Hope it works. Hello everyone. We are back. Not yet though. Streaming monitor shows that I'm not online. And the music is great. Music is just like makes everything better. Everything better. Let's see. What do we have here? You know, it's so good with the settings because I don't have to really change anything. Alright, so I see it now. So I'm going to explain a little bit what I did last time since the last time. I actually took some colors that we used from our the second page, because this is the page number 3. Still number 3. We now have lines, we don't have coloring yet, and that's what we're going to do today. And this is one of my favorite parts. Like, I feel like I might be like probably a good colorist because I just feels like it's so therapeutic, right? You're just coloring and just relaxing, just watching the way the colors goes. Okay, so give me a moment. I want to see if we actually online. Yeah, I guess so. I don't see it though. Should I refresh it? I feel like if I refresh it, it's gonna break. I did it anyways. It's probably break, but no, it works now. Okay. I see myself being confused here. Like, that's so strange sometimes. Anyway, so again, I'm not gonna talk much today, probably. Just like yesterday, maybe. What I am going to do, I'm going to color the piece that we had from the last time. And if you have questions related to illustration and things like that, okay. For some reason shows that okay, it's okay, there's some misunderstanding. For some reason, I guess it's broke my stream into 2. You know, whatever. Nobody's checking it anyway. That was strange. Is it the same for YouTube? Is it the same? It's just made 2 different separate videos? No, I don't think so. Okay. So I can actually see my video here. Okay. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Okay, I'm going back to my settings. And we are actually going to color things just like I said last time. And yeah, this is really relaxing. I dragged some colors from our page number 2 because we already colored most of those things. And I'm going to briefly use the colors that I used last time, right? And this is really cool part for me because you don't have to think much. You just color it the way you go. And there are some details still we didn't pick the color, like his legs. Okay, I feel like there's okay. I'm just still looking and want to see if everything is fine. Okay, I'm gonna make a brush smaller. I'm gonna make his legs like that, like dark red. And then this part, because he's like samurai, right? We're gonna make it also red, but a different shade. And the thing is, here we also we need to make it on different layers. Okay, I get it. You see, because he's like right now, you can see the background. But we're gonna pick a different layer that goes above the background. So I'm going to create new layer here. Yeah, I have to do that because floor will be on the separate layer, on the old layer, and I don't want to draw his legs. This is actually really good. So why is it good? Because, well, two things, two reasons. First, we're gonna use this for the floor, for the ship, inside of the ship, and we're gonna draw his legs on the level, on the layer above. And what it helps us to do, to achieve, is we don't have to then separate any of those. And there's another thing I can do actually. I'm not sure if it's gonna work, but I'll try. There's another thing I can do. I can make it a reference. I don't know why it's called like that, but when I drag the color, yeah, it fills automatically. See? Boom. Okay. So I'm gonna do it like that for just for now. Just for now. Later I'm going to add more shades on his like armor and things like that. So how are you doing, guys? Again, hello everyone, how are you doing today? Tell me. I'm really curious. We are going, you know, keep going, keep making this page, and then we're gonna make another page. And there's like 20 more pages probably. I don't know, but maybe yes. Oh, see, that's why it's important. See, right now we actually can draw over this line that was created by the environment pencil work or like inking. So that's good. We now don't have to worry about that. And again, I'm going to paint his armor a little bit later. Probably different color. I'm not sure right now, but maybe yes. Maybe light red, something like that. I'm gonna see the color palette and I want to make sure like that I like how it looks like originally. So this is on the separate layer, and we don't really want to have things on different layers here, so because it's confusing. So those characters, they are going to be on like one layer only. Okay, we're gonna like color the gun, but for now it's all right. We're gonna color it something else later. So, and this is gonna be oh no, okay. Sometimes it happens, and the reason for that is because it's not. It's there is somewhere a space where it's so like kind of leaking. I don't know what's the exact word would be. Like it's not completely solid from all the sides. It doesn't matter. Okay, so again we're going. We don't have to do that. We just pick this one and we drag it, and boom, it should be all right. Yes. Yes. I want to make his like belly like this, but I'm not sure yet. I feel like this is kind of not practical, you know. But that was the original plan, so maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll change it in a way. But yeah, maybe it's not that important right now. Maybe it's not that big of a deal right now. So yeah, I'm going to. Oh, we have some mistakes here. Well, not mistakes. It seems like there are some details that I didn't really distinguished here. Like this arm. Oh, I wanna change it. I wanna fix it. Oh, that's a nice beginning of the song. So I wanna make it like this, and then like this. Oh, so we actually forgot to add like a shoulder pad here, right? There's gonna be like a shoulder pad here that we forgot to add, and maybe the other one too. Well, the other one is not that visible, so it's all right. It's all right. So, what have you guys been up to? Probably not much interesting. And there's gonna be like a layer of armor here, and I want to make it a little bit more distinguishable. It's kind of like too much already, but I guess it's just the way it is. I'm not sure if we are going to leave it like that at the end of the day. Let's go back to coloring layer, this one. Right? Did I pick? Sometimes you pick it, but it's not picked. I don't know how it works. Okay. I'm going to color this guy right now. Boom. And boom. Okay, it's looking good. I'm not sure about this shoulder pad. Should it be like this maybe? Yeah, I don't know. I definitely don't want to make them too colorful. Otherwise, they're gonna look silly. So maybe just like keep it like that. Keep it settle like that. Well. You know this music that reminds you of old dystopian movies? They kind of hit and miss here and there, but it's always a joy to watch, at least for me. Like the one from about the Logan. You know, the escape of... maybe it's different in English, I'm sorry. There's like a movie about the Logan. Oh, I need to look up for it. Okay, I'm gonna open new Google page. So it actually called Logan's Run. Well, it's from 1976. This really interesting dystopian movie. I really like movies like that, you know. It's about like people being forced to leave a certain age and then they being brainwashed into thinking that they are reincarnated right after that, just like the next year or something. So they feel fine dying. And it's also like this dystopian future where everyone forced to live like specifically like a certain way, to have their life a certain way. Like I just love that kind of movies from 70s, 80s. And even before that, you know, before war, I think that it's like many things are different now, because after the World War II, especially, it's just now a big topic, right? You can't really not have it in the movies or as a cultural phenomena. But I feel like it kind of messed a little bit with the media. Like there are so many things that are war related, right? The Second World War. And I know why, but it's still kind of like I wish we had more stories on different topics. It's not like I don't know. I mean, I see the reason, but at the same time, it felt like the idea of the dystopian movies for the future, like a kind of ideal future, it's never been fully explored because the world changed. It moved to a different direction, and we now don't really know What else could have happened? And that's another thing. That's another thing when you think about it. It's like we already had 2 wars, right, in our history, and just like last 100 years. It's not that long time ago, right? It's not that long time ago. And you know what? I actually want to make his shoulder pads a little bit like dark, like gray. Yeah. I don't know if it's gonna work. Look right. Kind of looks strange, but whatever. Feels a little bit strange because I don't remember his gloves being so dark. So what do you think? They kind of look too colorful right now. Yeah, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna pick this color and just make it a little bit darker. That's it. That's it. That's it. So much better. So much better. It's the same shade. So much better, right? The same color, just a little bit darker. So much better. So what I was talking about, it's like we already had 2 instances where there's something like terrible happened between nations. And when you think about it, it's been like not that far ago, right? It's just recently almost. It's less than 100 years ago. Like there are still people living today that being affected or maybe even like went through this. Yeah, of course there are people who participated, who survived, and like this is scary to think about it. There's like people used to live during that dark period, and we're still getting conflicts between countries. Like, oh man, come on, it's been twice already. Like, don't you get it? Just stop it, okay? Just stop being just stop. Come on, man. It's not the time to, you know, fight for the land, to get a big piece. Just, you know, just we are better than that now. We can make better decisions, right? We can be more civilized. So I'm just like a little bit concerned because I'm a little bit like afraid of if this is something that we might see in future. Like I don't want to see that in future. I don't want to. So yeah, they are kind of red. I don't know what I'm talking about. Sorry. I'm gonna make music a little bit louder just because I don't think that I'm going to talk too much today. But I'm thinking about like if there are people watching it, just like record it, pre-record it, not pre-record it, just we're just rewatching it. I'm not sure if there are people who are doing that, but you know, I'll just think it's kind of interesting thing to do. Maybe I'll do it myself sometime in future. That's a funny thing. Like I actually like to look at my own videos. I kind of like to listen to myself. I know it's like not supposed to be the thing, and people are mostly hate to hear their voice or like things like that. I don't really feel ashamed. I feel like, okay, that's a nice voice you have, man. And I feel like the things I'm saying is something that I agree with. You know, it's naturally, because this is like me talking. But I feel like it's kind of nice memory to leave. Like I'll just record it now, and maybe in future I'm going to like listen to myself talking. That's kind of cool. So what do you say? Are they look alright? It feels like there's something wrong about them. I don't know. But to be honest with you, I think it's fine. I think it's alright. I don't really care that much if they are not 100% legit looking. Like, it's fine sometimes to be a little bit underdeveloped, I guess. No, I'm just saying that I hope later when I will be moving forward with this brand, with those characters, we might actually come up with a better design. We might actually come up with a better like appearance for those characters. So who knows? You might be the only person like seeing them in this form before they will be actually changed into something that will be like a final version or a comic book or like a brand or something like that. Like, we don't know yet. Or animation maybe. There are two things I really want to do with those characters. I really want to make an animation, and I really want to make a cartoon. Yeah, cartoon, and I really want to make a comic book based on that. So yeah. And if I'll be able to do those two things, that's gonna be cool. And probably they are not going to look like that. Like, if I will be able to push it. So next I'm going to create a separate layer right under this guy. This actually might be a little bit confusing because later when we are going to move to different like areas of this picture, we might get too many layers, and sometimes this app will not support those many layers. So, we need to be careful. So I'm trying to cheat again. I'm going to make it like a reference. It doesn't work. Never mind, I'll try one more time. Okay, so now it kind of works. Yeah, look at that. Saving time like a pro. Hell yeah. Something that I learned using this app. And I'm gonna, still not completely need to do it like that. It's kind of tricky. Sometimes you miss areas that you have to color. But again, like I said many times, I'll say it again. It's alright. Okay, it's okay to make some mistakes. It's okay to leave some areas not like ideally colored or whatever. It's fine. Okay, it's fine to have it, just the way it is. You can make some mistakes. You can make it as bad or as good as you want, because this is like first of all, this is your work. It's like never been done by anyone else. It's as good as it can be, considering that this is your work, right? You don't have to be next Michelangelo or Leonardo, right? So just have fun. Don't worry about if it's 100% perfect. It's never gonna be 100% perfect unless you wanna spend years on just one picture, right? And even then, you think everyone who actually spent years on a picture actually have their picture in the gallery? No, of course not. There are like just small fraction of people who, like, you can't even think, like, if you're gonna think yourself, like, okay, how many like legendary artists I know. Like, okay, I know Leonardo da Vinci, right? I know like there's just like a couple more names, but probably that's it. Probably there's like less than 20 people, and they're like historically they're being thousands of people, artists and everything like that. So you know a couple of them. So you can understand, you can see how it's not the area where you can hope for, like, it doesn't make you, not necessarily, you not necessarily have to be good. It doesn't mean you're going to make it, right? Even if you're like super good at drawing, like if you're amazing, doesn't mean you're gonna make it into the like world. There's huge portion of great artists never been discovered. This is really strange, but I guess that's just how it works. You know, you can't really be upset because it's just really luck based, so you really have to hope for this dumb luck to happen with you. Oh man, like I fractured his, I made his foot fractured, and now I'm feeling all those details, even though I could like color it just before I made the cracks. But it's not difficult. Yeah, it's fine. Again, I'm coloring on the separate layer because I'm going to have like black and white version, and I'm going to have a colorful version, and I'm going to send both of them, and hopefully I'll get the job or get the IP picked up. You know, I'm not that concerned about like getting the job as an illustrator or colorist at the Image Comics, because that's where I want to, you know, be. I'm more concerned about getting my IP picked up, getting the character and the story, things like that picked up, because I feel like this is the what you should work on, right? This is what you should work on. You don't have to be just like another illustrator making like dozens of pictures of Spider-Man, when you actually can make your own character, and then other people will be drawing your character. So belt, is that the color for belt? I can't tell. I think yes, I guess so. So this costume that he has, I'm not big fan of that, but because this is only for like 2 issues, as a little spoiler for you, he's gonna look different in issue number 3. But just for now, we're going to have this costume. And okay, oh, there's 2 things I forgot. I'm actually going to go back and pick up colors here. See, I'm going this page, and I'm picking colors for his eyeballs because I forgot to copy that. That's something I didn't want it to do. Like, I didn't want to go back and forth. I didn't want it. I wanted to make every page its own stream, but I guess it is what it is. It's fine though, like, I'm not complaining much. It's fine. Okay, now I think we can go ahead and color the ship itself from the inside. Okay, so this one here, right? This one, those guys here, and this one will be the ship itself. It's really cool. Don't have to worry about if it's gonna look like coherent or not. Don't have to worry about that. I'm just making this one a reference, and I'm just like, blip. That's not okay. That's not how I like. Okay. So let's do it a little bit differently. So we're gonna make the floor one color and walls a different color. So this one for the floor. I'm gonna do this. I know this is a good part because characters are on a separate layer. I don't have to worry about if I accidentally color them or not. Okay, this is a little bit concerning. Okay, this one also kind of wrong. It should be underneath. It should be on the layer underneath. You know, when I'm actually drawing or coloring or whatever, I'm getting like flashbacks from my childhood, actually. It's kind of bizarre if you think about it. Like when I used to be like sick and I draw a lot in my sketchbook, mostly the same things. Same thing, I would draw like a robot or like a monster. It's always 2D image of the monster standing right in front of you. And I felt like that was kind of cool and also kind of bad because yes, I was staying away from my weaknesses because I didn't know how to draw like in 3D. But at the same time, I wasn't getting better at drawing in 3D. And I feel like maybe I should have. And you know, I actually one time I was sick for too long, for like a couple weeks or something, and I couldn't go to school, or I don't know, kindergarten, probably school, I don't remember. But okay, that's the layer we are drawing on. But when I actually went there, I took my sketchbook to show my friends and classmates. It's a little bit strange, right? Kind of looks strange. Oh yeah, because this one should be like on the top. Let's just actually in fact drag it so it's on the top. Yeah, so I showed my sketchbook to my friends and my classmates, and because I was again like, so to speak, was staying away from my weaknesses, they actually saw like 5 or 6 characters and they told me, yeah, you know, they're all the same. They're all the same. And they just didn't want to look at others, at other characters. And I was really upset. Because yes, they were all the same, like they were drawn the same way, but they were different. But I guess for other people, it doesn't really matter. Like things that you put in, you just need to think about how it's gonna look for others. It's always should look a little bit different. So I was like getting really important lessons on my art style right from the very beginning, and I'm really like thankful for that, because I feel like that was the greatest lesson, one of the biggest lessons that I took from that period of time. Yeah, I feel like it was somewhere around my kindergarten years. Like, can you imagine this IP, this character will be like picked up at some point, and people who know this character, they'll like get back here and they're gonna watch me drawing it. That would be cool. That's something I would maybe want to happen. So I'm gonna make music a little bit louder because I don't want to talk too much. So I'm gonna make it like that. So the next song is gonna be almost as loud as me talking. I'm not gonna tell that much. I feel like I just get used to talking, you know. It's a little bit strange not to talk. Feels strange. It's just, I guess it makes sense if you're drawing. I used to play like video games for the stream, and yeah, it feels strange not like just being silent. I guess it's all right. It depends, you know. Like if I'm not talking much, I feel like I can do more. Maybe it's like a good idea. And at the same time, it's like, well, you know, when I'm thinking about people finding this channel at some point in future, I don't want them to be like, you know, what is this? What is this boring guy doing? Like, I don't care. But I also want to like share my thoughts for like, I don't want to be like overconfident, but I feel like this character should get picked up. Absolutely has to be. Maybe not this character, man, but like if that character will be picked up, will be developed in like a better company with better artists, illustrators, and with the marketing, and you know, with the promotion that I can get from the Image Comics. Like, I don't even care about like Marvel or DC, and I'm sorry. I mean, I will think about if they will ask me to work for them, but I'm mostly concerned about the Image Comics. So if they will help me to get this brand off the ground, that would be so funny to see people watching this in future. Maybe they won't. I don't know. It's kind of funny to think that whenever you're saying will be like at some point will be observed by somebody else. When I was very young, I used to play like the X-Files game. That's the way I like to call it. It was the TV show X-Files. You probably know that, right? It's very popular around the globe. And I would pretend like I'm on a mission and I'm searching for an alien, right? And like everything that kind of looked like footprints, I would say yes, that's absolutely like an alien footprints. And that was kind of funny, but I always felt like, you know, like all this information will be important one day. Like I made notes and I thought, okay, those notes are better be saved. And this is kind of scary thing. Like we are making so much stuff, right? We kind of like even intellectually ideas in our head and thoughts, and like it's sometimes crazy how much information is never being saved anywhere. And I feel like when I'm talking here, at least I'm trying to, you know, maybe just for my own self, I just want to save all those thoughts here, and maybe I'll just listen to them sometime in future when I'll be like super old. I'm gonna look at myself here and think, wow, you know, like that's the digital era we had. That's cool. Like, you know, our parents and grandparents, they just they had photos. I had some videos, yeah, sure. We now have so much ways of collecting information. Like that's crazy. We should do that, absolutely. So I'm doing that, and like when I'm thinking, okay, maybe I'm not like taking enough notes, maybe not making enough, like I used to write things, like I used to have a little diary, and now I'm thinking, okay, you know, I don't need a diary, because like I'm talking online for hours and hours, and there's so much content with me. I had like over 300 videos, Like, just to think that I'm going to watch it someday in future when I'm like super old. It's kind of crazy. Or maybe other people will watch it. That's crazy. That's the new generation. We just leaving our trail, and who knows what's going to happen. It's not like it's been done by somebody else before. Not really, no. It's like we're actually being like exploring this as the first generation, right? It's like, you know, people from YouTube making content in 2000, like, where was it, like 6, whenever it started. There's so many of them, they are not on YouTube anymore. And when you think about it, like intellectually, this is crazy. Like, what happened with those people? And maybe you don't want to know. And we never saw it like develop the way it did. And it feels kind of even strange. You know what I'm saying? Like, what would you do? What are you going, what, like, if you are a YouTuber? Like, that's what I think when I'm like watching PewDiePie constantly. Like, he is absolutely tired. You can tell he's absolutely done with YouTube. He's tired of making videos, and you can tell like he's even maybe wouldn't be that tired if it wouldn't be that restricted, right? There's so many rules he can't break now. So he's not really making videos for the sake of like leaving a message just like he used to. So what's next, right? What's next for people like him? I can't really tell. Like, I don't know. That's the crazy part. So we don't know what's going on with those people who are online, but you always kind of can go and find their page and look and see them being there, talking to you, being friendly and funny. This is really surreal. I mean, that's at least how I see it. Just like you can always go back in like 2012 and watch like old PewDiePie. Well, not like early PewDiePie, where he would be so like quirky and funny. And this guy is not there anymore, right? This specific PewDiePie is not there anymore. He grew up, but he's still kind of there, right? So I feel like this something that our parents and grandparents, they never had this platform, like just to leave the trail and to be there publicly for people to see, and this like your energy, your memories, your thoughts, ideas, they are there like in the stone, and there's nothing that will stop me from watching him again, right? Like there's no reason or there's no power that will prevent, and so he's always gonna be there. That's crazy. Like, that's just what I think. I might be actually a little bit like too complicated about this. It's not that complicated. I can't really tell if that's that great, that crazy the way I think, or maybe it's just like normal thing. Maybe I'm just overreacting to things. Maybe it's not that bad. Maybe it's not. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's unique for the time and the generation we are living in. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of cool and kind of crazy at the same time. Yeah. So anyway, back to the picture we are drawing here. I don't want to put too many colors on the environment again, but I'm going to make the door distinguishable. I'm gonna add more details here too. And this like blocks, those blocks, they are going to be distinguishable as well, but I'm going to fill it in just here, just for now. But I'm going to like change them a little bit later. And that's gonna be very annoying to keep doing if I'm gonna draw any more inside of the ship walls and things like that. Like, I don't have to do that. But you know, this is again first issue. We really need to see what's going on the ship, and then you kind of can cheat, right? You don't have to draw the background all the time. Sometimes you just draw characters talking or just standing like a really cool pose, so you don't have to focus that much on like what's around the character. And there's so many people who would actually go ahead and just not draw the around like the background. They wouldn't draw the background, and that's crazy to me. Like, why people are so like, it's not lazy, but I guess it's just like they're sometimes too crazy about it. What I'm saying is, sometimes there's just too much pages with no background. I feel like there should be at least somewhat of a decent amount here and there. You can't really go crazy about it. Sometimes it's just like too noticeable, too lazy. Don't be too lazy about it. It's my advice. I can do that. That's nice. I really like when I can do that. It's not always possible, but sometimes it is. Okay, I'm talking crazy stuff here. Oh, that's right. We actually forgot to... Well, we not forgot. Oh man, it's not gonna work. Yep, not gonna work. We're gonna have to turn that off. Turn that off. Go back. Now it works. Nice. So we actually need to color this guy as well. I forgot. I'm gonna do that later actually, with the foot and with the details around him. But yeah, I kind of want to use red, this red, and I want to make it like very dark red for the windows here. Oh sheesh, it's not supposed to be like that. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right, it's not the reference anymore. So this is something we're going to do. I think it's cool. I think it's really cool. We're gonna make it like it's a navigational panel, control panel, right? We're gonna make it red, and then we're gonna add like light details. They're gonna look very cool. It's gonna be like 2 pages. It's gonna be 3 pages already done. And you know, I know Todd McFarlane said, you know, page a day. Man, can you really make a page a day? Like, I can't. I'm sorry, Todd. I can make a page a day if it looks terrible. I can absolutely make it. Or if like there's nothing else I'll do, it's just like my work as an illustrator is just to get the page done. Easy. You order this page to be done in 1 day, I'll do it easily. But you should keep in mind, there's nothing else I will do in the whole day. Probably then it's gonna work. But if we talking about like being still doing your own stuff, like not just doing this art, but doing like other things, yeah, then maybe it's not possible. I mean, if this is something I'll get paid for, if this is something that will pay my bills, right? If you tell me, okay, you hired, but that's the work you should do, but I'm going to pay you, and this is something that will be enough for me, because right now, like, I do illustrations, and I do it like as part of my job, but I wouldn't say that this is enough. I do more than that, because I can't rely on income from the illustrations only. So if you will tell me, okay, this is what you do, and you're going to be able to rely on that, so it's going to be enough for you to, manage your day-to-day life, man, then I'm thinking, okay, I can see myself doing that. But aside from that, it's really, I feel like we are going with the good pace. Like, we are making a page in 2 days, 3 days, but it's still like big page, many coloring, 3 frames, because we did one page with just one panel in 2 days, right? And now we're making this in in 3 days, because I feel like I'm going to finish it right now. And I mean, not right now, but today. Man, I wanted some tea. I didn't get any tea. I just got the water, and right now I feel like I'd rather make some tea, but it's too late. But it's fine. It's not like it's really important right now. Yeah, I can watch myself from the phone. But today, I guess it's just, it's Sunday, not very busy. People are enjoying their weekend, so we're just going to, chill here. I'm gonna make it darker, and I'm actually going to color this area because I don't like it just to be the way it is. So also we're gonna color a little bit the remote. I think we can go ahead and do it now. Not sure if it's gonna work though. Oh sheesh. Oh man, this is not gonna work. Oh man, it's really difficult to color now. Oh man, if I do that. Yeah, see? No, it's not supposed to be like that. Even if we just do this. Oh man. Okay, let me think. I guess we just go around. Oh no. Okay, I'll start with this area first. Then I'll go up a little bit in a minute. So we're gonna color this area first. No, this is also should be colored, man. Come on. Come on. Man, I just love this futuristic music that Sounds really cool. I feel like it's a little bit modern, too modern. I'd rather listen to like very like old style, like a Blade Runner style or something. It's fine. Oh sheesh. Oh man, this is so tight. This is so tight. This is so tight. Just like your girlfriend. Yeah, I don't know. Does it look good? I mean, at least it looks alright, kinda. Like, from the angle that I have here, kinda looks strange. There's so many, like, white dots here. Like, what's with that, right? What's with that? What's up with that? Why? Come on, man. Why didn't you... Like, sometimes I can't tell if this is something on my screen or if it's just like a mistake on the... like, on the coloring. In coloring. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. And I'm going to fill it in. Boom. Yeah, okay. Okay. So now it's like the inside of the ship, of the capsule that you are going to use to escape. So for that reason, I'm going to make this area right now, it's a little bit light blue, just to show that these are doors. Hope it's gonna work the way I think it is. Boom. Yay! It worked. And also because we are here, I'm going to do... yeah, I'm gonna to do like this. Man, again, so much colors. You don't have to have that much. Maybe we don't have to. Maybe we just leave it like that. Should we? Should we color it or should we leave it? Kinda unnecessary, yeah. But we are definitely going to use this color here. I feel like this is like whenever you see arrows, they are always yellow. Or maybe red, but mostly they are yellow because it's like the attention, like something that will get your attention quickly. Oh man, this is, I just realized how complicated it's going to be coloring those arrows. It's like, I don't, man, like why did I start it? Oh man. Okay. Let's enjoy the music. I can later make like time lapses. And I'm 100% going to. I'm going to upload them on my Instagram page. You guys can follow me on Instagram. I couldn't get the IG Retro name on Instagram because somebody took it, and this somebody is not using Instagram anymore. So, not updating, not replying, not uploading anything, just like a dead page, but using my name. And I've been using this IG retro page since I don't know when. It's like being very long time. I'm gonna use yellow for some buttons here as well. You know, just to make it more like random. I don't want to make it like too yellow, because the more yellow, the more like you're looking at this too much. You don't want to look at this too much. You don't want to see a lot of those buttons being underlined, so you're just kind of there, but it's not that like important. It's not that big of a deal. Man, I just realized I can actually maybe can do this. Give me a moment. Can I do this? Let me see. Can I do this? Oh yeah, I can. Oh my god, this is so much easier. So much better, man. Oh man. Man, I love technology. I love technology. This is really... Oh no. Be careful with that. This is really like life-changing. See how fast I did that? Didn't even need to color it separately. Man, that's crazy. That's awesome. I think that is amazing. Like, if you are using, like, there are people saying like, oh, you know, I feel so much more comfortable using brush and pen, and yeah, I mean, sure, but you won't get the same. I don't know. I just feel like we made such a huge step forward in terms of making the same job being done much faster. Sorry. Like, you don't really need to still hold on to your pencil. Like, I feel like this is great. This is great opportunity we have. I'm still not that sure how I'm actually going to color. Leave it like that. And the reason I'm leaving it like that, because I am going to add more shadows and highlights. Oh, look at that. What is this? What is this white? What is this? By the way, since when we actually colored all this in purple? Like, I don't remember. It's fine though, it's fine, because later on I'm going to color it in a different color. It's fine. But for now, it's like, we will leave it like that. We're gonna have a separate layer for the starship. It's going to be in the dark space, so it has to be more or less bright. So we'll do that in a moment. But just for now, we are making it more detailed. Oh yeah. That's like an awesome, cool part that I just want to do now. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to make this red very, very bright. And I don't know if I'm going to use different brush or not, but it's kind of like already... I want to make it a separate layer. I want to make it on a separate layer. Kind of want to make it light. Yeah. See, if we make it very small, then you kind of have this pattern. You can make like this, like a computer screen. You know what I'm saying? Need to be careful, because otherwise it's kind of doesn't look realistic. Something like that. pretty cool, I think. So we're actually making it look more like a space computer monitor, right? Okay, I think I made a mistake. I think I should make it more like that, right? Because it's tilted. It's all right. See, we're still on the digital, so it's fine. And I'm gonna make like a small blocks of the like information here with like lettering. There's gonna be like a box with the, I don't know, just with the information, and there's gonna be like a triangle here, maybe like here. I feel like when we're making it like a straight line, it doesn't look that like computer generated. So I'm not going to make a lot of lines like this, but I want to make it like so you can feel like this is a computer screen. Oh man, this is like not working out. But you know what I'm saying, right? You know what I mean. So we just need to make sure it kind of looks all right. So this like lettering. Man, the boxes is difficult because like every geometric form is really difficult to make. And we're gonna make sure like it's kind of hinting at what is he going to do. Because he's later going to, you know, well, I'm not gonna spoil too much. But yeah. Oh, this is like a cool part. We can make it like boxes of the loading screen boxes, right? Oh man, I have to fill it in. Kinda don't want to. I can't just drop it, but. And these are not like, they don't look. Okay, I need to fix them a little bit. They don't look like the progress bar. They should. They absolutely should look like a progress bar. So we're gonna leave it like that, so it's not like too much progress being made, I guess. Like, you don't have to. So yeah. Something like that. And we know that he's making some kind of changes in the shadow. So that's gonna like come into play later. And I actually noticed that like whenever it's like a flying game simulator, they often refer to flying objects as like squares like that, like diamonds. So yeah, we're gonna make it like that. So it's kind of looks like they have some kind of monitors with the futuristic like red screen. So we're gonna leave it like that. And we're now going to color the character himself. Man, it's always 1 hour, and then I feel like I'm starting to lose energy. Oh yeah, there's also another thing, right? Oh sheesh, I forgot to color his eyes white. Eyes and teeth, you keep so easy to forget, because it's like the background is usually white, so you kind of, oh man, this is the wrong brush. It's a wrong brush. Oh, and teeth too. Yeah, keep forgetting to color them. But yeah, this is what it's kind of gonna look like. I like the music, it's really fitting. The atmosphere. The only one thing I'm really like not sure about is how should it looks on the outside. Like this thing. And later on I'm going to color more stars in the window, things like that. Probably difficult to hear me, right? Probably make me be having issues because the music is so loud. Yeah, sorry. Oops. Okay. Keep talking even when I put the music on pretty loud. I don't know why. Just the way I am, I guess. talkative. Like to talk. And I enjoy talking to myself. That's a nice person to talk to. Why not? Why not, man? Why not? It's not a bad thing to do. There's so many people talking to themselves. And you know, I mostly talk like that because I feel like I'm going to watch this at some point in future, like me watching it in future. I feel like I'm talking to myself from the future. It just has to be like a very, very like far away. Not right now, like the future that will be far away. Okay, there's something wrong with this. I need to rearrange layers. I need to rearrange layers. But for now we're gonna go like with this. I'm gonna rearrange it later, probably off stream. I don't know. I kind of want it to, you know, look finished on the stream. So maybe I'll do that. I need to think how to make it work, how to make it look good. So we don't have to really draw like him very detailed here. It's just for you to know, okay, he's there, he's doing this and that, right? Man, I guess I just need to put this guy up, right? Just on the top, yeah. Kind of like this. And if you turn this on, kind of looks normal, right? Kind of looks right. We're gonna add more shadows and things like that later. Yeah, it's all right. I kind of want to draw his foot here, like that. Oh, it doesn't work. You know what? How about we just go here and do this? How about that? Not really, no. So I'll just drag it a little bit this way. Okay. So I think we're done with the first panel and the last panel here. There are two more things I'm going to do now. I'm going to add like shadows, of course. I'm gonna add like highlights. Not right now though, because right now I'm just doing flat colors. I'm going to go ahead and work on this part. We have to like find out what's the white thing. This white spin, where did it come from? Okay. And now we're gonna make another layer. And for this layer, we are going to color like I want to color everything. Okay. I see. Probably have to cut this part still. Huh. Okay. So I guess I have to do that. What if I do this? Are you sure about that? So should I actually do it manually? think I do. But you know what? It's not gonna be long. It's not gonna be long. It's fine. It's fine, right? So we start like this. So just to know how it looks like. Yeah, something like this. And the good part here, I don't really have to connect it. So I just, you know what I'm doing. I'll just touch this side and go all the way, touch this side. I'm gonna all the way touch this side. And now I'm going to go all the way, touch this side, touch this side, this side. Okay, so I'm not got confused. I'm not, so to not get confused, I do this. So it's not really that difficult, but it's a little bit annoying. Sometimes it happens. It's just like, what can you do? It's all right. So now we have a clear white background, and this is very cool because I actually want to draw on this side, so it's all going to be under those two panels. So let's use this color. Let's use this color, right? Let's use this color for the outside design, and I'm gonna use it just for most of it. For this part, it feels like kind of makes sense. Not for everything, because I want it to still be distinguishable. Oh, we still have this guy in the window. Still want it to be distinguishable. So this area, and you know when you look at Transformers or like other sci-fi like cartoons, there are so many like space shadows that are strange colors, right? Like, why? So we're still using this just for you to be able to tell, oh, that's where they are, right? That's the shadow where the characters are. And then we're gonna make it a little bit different, and then there's gonna be like shadows and light gonna make a difference. Then it's gonna look like a metal, just plain straight up metal. Because that would be the most logical visual, like in my opinion. So this area will be like will look like that, and we're gonna use this for those blocks. I'm actually gonna go ahead and make it a reference here. So when I'm coloring, it's actually just drag and drop. Okay, didn't really work. You know what when I was trying to do? I was trying to do this, yeah. I was trying to do this. Boom. I like this song. Still want to do these lines here. You know what I mean? Kind of like these two colors interfering with each other. I feel like they kind of look nicely together. Don't want to make it all like the way in those two colors, but kind of just want to make it a little bit like that. Yeah, I feel good about that. Oh, this area too. Like, can we do this? Yeah. Okay, didn't really want it to go like that, but I guess it's okay. So here I want to actually can drag and drop as well. Kind of looks strange now. Kind of looks strange, right? There's something wrong. Too much details here being separated. You don't have to separate that much, otherwise it's kind of gonna look, you know, kind of gonna look like messy. You know, you don't want it to look too messy. Too messy. Yeah, this part I already can tell. You can see it's not the way it should be. It colored wrong, but we are here to fix it. Here to fix it. This song is a really strange one. A couple more and we are going to maybe switch to different genre, but I kind of liking it. It's just, I don't know. Let's make it a little bit quieter. I feel like I'm talking a lot, so let's make it like this. Yeah, I'll probably won't be able to hear myself because the music was blasting. Hey, you can imagine me just singing, right? You know, to create a spaceship, you really need to be a designer. You really need to think, okay, how and why and what would be the reason for all those details to be there, right? No, it's not doing it for me, man. It's not doing it for me. Maybe the next song. Okay. Okay. I really want something dynamic, you know? Dynamic. Okay. It's kinda looks so right to me. Kinda looks strange, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, so we now going to like a gray color. And let's see how it looks like. Man, it should be more like light, I guess. What do you think? Looks kinda alright. I guess with the... No, that's strange, man. It's like such a thin line here. Feels like the texture should be different, but I couldn't be bothered to work on textures here. I'm sorry, okay? I don't wanna like search for a specific texture and things like that. It's just gonna be like that. But you get the idea, you know it's a space shuttle. You don't have to be a genius, right? If you can tell just by looking at it, then, you know, job well done. Job well done. I'm gonna add like a lot of shadows here. You know what? I actually closed my chat, but I think it's alright, yeah. It's not like I'm missing something. Maybe I'll do something later on not connected to the comic. It really depends on how this one will be received. Okay. Kind of liking it now. Kind of liking it now. Kind of looks more. It still looks so, right? Well, you know, what can you do, man? What can you do? Should we make windows dark? Yeah, probably, yeah. Because when you look at the space shuttle, it's almost always like dark. I don't remember if there was a space shuttle with windows, with like glass that you can see through, and you can see, I mean, you probably can see through the dark glass, but I don't remember if there was like an opportunity to see the pilot just through the glass. Oh, not the pilot, the astronaut. Well, you know what I'm saying, right? You get the idea. So we're gonna do that, 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 and we're gonna do that. And voila, voila, it's almost done. Again, it's not perfect, right? It kind of even looks janky. There's something wrong about it. Doesn't look like a spaceship, right? Well, it kind of does. Okay, I'm gonna add a lot of details later on. I mean shadows. And I hope it will help. And if it's not, well, we can always add like neon lights to show that we are in space and there are gonna be stars, and we can write somewhere in space, and reader will be like, oh right, it's in the space, right? Yeah, sure. I mean, there's like really ways to explain the story. Don't have to be crazy specific. And now I am going to add like really dark color here, like this. Boom. Oh shish, that's not supposed to be here. Where did that come from? Oh, from here. Oh man, it's a little bit annoying sometimes. But there's another thing I'm thinking right now. Should we maybe add like white, like to underline it from all the sides with white color? I mean, sometimes it helps, sometimes it makes it look cool. Because right now I feel like those panels are kind of losing, like we are losing it. It's too dark. Maybe it's too dark, that's it. Maybe it's just too dark. How about we make it brighter like this? What if we make it brighter? Nah. It is what it is, man. But yeah, maybe we are going to add white around the frames. Might be useful. Oh, it's a wrong layer. I just want to like add some little details. Yeah, also this side should be, well, I'm gonna add shadows, so when I'll do that it's going to be not that important. And now I'm going to add like stars. And for stars I'm going to use white again, the light. Like I'm using a specific brush, makes it more like a real star. Sometimes you can do this, right? It's kind of cool. So yeah, okay, that's a little bit. Yeah, this is like area where you kind of afraid of making it too. The path is too repetitive. But you know, if you look at stars, there's like so many of them out there. So it's kind of alright to make stars like everywhere. You now kind of feel like, okay, it's in the space, right? You kind of feel like it's in the space. I think so. Some of them you can actually separate and make it less visible, but I think it's not that big of a deal here. Let's think what else we should do now. Yeah, I kind of feel like it's not that bad now. It's kind of cool. There's one thing I want to do here. So one thing I want to do here is I want to make like white background for panels, but they are not going to be very distractive, right? They're gonna be there, but they're not going to be very big. I'm going to make it less visible later. I just feel like they kind of getting lost in there. Just like James in Silent Hill got lost. Lost? I'm looking for my wife, Mary. Have you seen her? We're all looking for somebody, right? Harry is looking for his daughter, Cheryl. James is looking for his wife. Okay, I feel like this is all right. Looks fine. I'm gonna make it more transparent later on. Just not to put too much. Not too much attention. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, coloring is amazing. Coloring is really like different type of illustration work. You don't have to be that much of a like artist. You just, I feel like this is the way I feel it. Like you don't have to be, you don't have to focus or think that much about what the scene, how it's gonna look like or stuff like that. I feel like you can just, you know, like even not think much. You can just like get uh like relax and just follow the path, right? So I'm looking if there is an option to make it look cool. And it feels like, okay, this one kind of looks interesting. Maybe we'll leave it like that for now, but maybe we're gonna change it later. I don't know. I don't know. And later we're going to have like text boxes here, right? This is specifically like free space here just to have the conversational boxes. Oops, sorry, I'm going to open a window because it's kind of getting hot. Getting hot sitting for 2 hours almost. We're going to get into our like third hour probably, but I'm not sure. So now, next part is big, right? Next part is big. We are actually going to start making shadows. Oh, there's one other thing, or maybe we'll do it later. I'm going to do like a light here. Oh, sheesh. Did I draw it? Okay, I'm sorry. So I'm going to go to like a new layer. So I'm going to draw a light here. So it's going to be like, wow. But I'm going to like make it very subtle, right? I'm going to make it like this, and then I'm going to delete it. So you only will see part of it. So I'm going to maybe even like do it now. But yeah, okay, I'll keep it in mind. I don't want to be distracted by this right now. I'm going to get my normal brush. And we're going to change the opacity to how much? 40? Yeah, 40. Oops. 40. Okay, that song is not bad. Man, 40? Okay, thank you. And we're gonna go ahead and start adding shadows. I really like this part. And I'm actually going to add shadows just to everything here. So first I'm going to, of course, add shadows to the room behind him. And I could have just, you know, do it normally. I'm not gonna. I mean, on the different layers, just like last time. I'm not gonna do that. I'm actually gonna make it a little bit quieter, the music. And the reason for that, I feel like I have a lot of cool information for you guys, illustrators and comic book creators, to learn. So listen carefully, because we are going to like talk big stuff. So yeah, I could have made a separate layers for that, but I'm not gonna do that. So I'll do that here just a little bit. So just want to show that, okay, this like room is actually going this way. I don't know, it might look a little bit strange, but in a moment I feel like it's all will make sense. So here there are like small details. We're gonna make it later. We're gonna erase some of them. You remember, like last time. Sometimes it's good to be able to just make it like normally. So if you can, maybe you just do it like normally. You don't have to like to go back and erase details that you don't need if you can just avoid making those like, I mean, it's too thick, too thick. So yeah, this is how we add shadows. It's gonna make his foot look more 3D. And not only that, right? Not only that, we are later going to add more shadows on the floor around them, right? Like almost everything will cast a little shadow, so that's what we're going to do here. This is a very basic like pattern here I'm doing, and sometimes it doesn't make sense. Like even there are sometimes shadows that doesn't make sense, and sometimes it happens in like comic book. Like, but if you look at like Batman, again, he's like almost always covered by the shadows, right? It's like almost always. It's like crazy. So we're gonna do not that crazy, but it's not always going to make sense, you know? It's not always gonna make sense. That's just how it is. Sorry, okay? Sorry. But it's still gonna, you know, look fine, I think. As long as it looks fine and it tells the story, you don't really have to worry about if it's accurate or not. It most of the time it's not going to be like 100% accurate, and this is alright. It's like this is alright. So many people are drawing, and it's, you know, so many times it's not really like, even I can see sometimes mistakes, and like when I'm thinking, wow, this is like a big artist and he made like that's like silly mistakes. You think, wow, you know, we're all humans, we're all people, right? Just making mistakes, and this is like a normal thing. You learn from those mistakes, just don't be arrogant, right? Just be able to learn, and you know, you'll get better. You'll get better at this. So yeah. And maybe I'll make a cover with the main captain of this ship, of this big ship. I'll make a captain on the separate page. Or maybe cover, yeah. I want to make him on a cover because I think it's like a big character, deserves to be recognized and his own page cover. So yeah, basically there are like shadow here. Yeah, maybe not. It's kind of empty looking. Maybe we'll add some smoke later. Smoke is like a great way to hide imperfection, at least for me. Like maybe it's not the best way, but definitely been working for me. So okay, now we are going to put some shadows from those guys, and this part is easy. Like this part is easy, right? When it's a standing guy, it's kind of easy. So it's gonna be like a little bit like this. Maybe not. Well, something like this, right? Sometimes it's not accurate, but you know, it's not that big of a deal. It's gonna look cool, so you know, because we also have so much empty space here. We want it to be filled, right? We want it to be filled with the something. Okay, I already see a mistake here. So I'm gonna fix it like that. Actually, it's kind of even. I think shadows are not doing that. So I feel like if we go back, yeah, I feel like it was alright. So that's cool, right? That's kind of cool because you now feel like, wow, there's like those guys are really danger, because I don't know, you just feel like the presence of that character is now so much more than just him standing there, right? This guy is going to be like a little bit here, and also this side. So this side will be more subtle. Also just wanted to drag a little bit, because you know, if this one guy, his shadow is huge, like how come the other shadow is not that huge, right? So I feel like he's gonna have like a big shadow too. I feel like it kind of looks scary, menacing. I have so many cool ideas, you know, when you draw something, you think like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if it was like this or like that or like this or like that? And then it's just like, then it just really, yeah, I feel like it should be bigger. Something like that. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Man, I'm liking that. I think the shadows are really, they're adding up this tension. That's cool. I like it. And this guy, look at this guy. Let's think about, I feel like the source of light will be like from this side. So we're gonna draw shadows on like this side of his face. Kind of make it more in the shadow, I feel like, because I want to make him more like, because he's hiding, right? We want to make it more in the shadow. We want to make sure that, you know, they don't see him, right? They don't see where he is, and for those purposes he is actually going to be covered with the shadow more than he would normally be. But that's just to show that, oh, you know, he is covered. They don't know where he is because he's like in a dark spot of the ship. So this corridor, this little corridor, he took kind of more in the dark side of the ship, right? Than the other parts. So I feel like the shadow is really big part. And again, you know, you can make it more realistic looking shadows, and I can't do that. And man, sometimes I feel like maybe I should be doing those, but it's just a little bit. Yeah, I guess I should be doing those. Maybe I will in future. I feel like maybe for the cover I will, you know, for the cover I will, but yeah, for now we just keep going because this is the style we kind of picked already. So we have to commit, right? We have to commit here. Like I really want to make his arm here like this. I want to make a shadow from his fingers. See, there's so many cool things you can do with the shadow alone. So sometimes flat coloring looks boring, but once you add some shadows, it looks so much better. So much better, right? I know. And that's what we're doing here. That's what we're doing, ladies and gentlemen. I like the music, yeah. So yeah, I'm talking a lot because this topic on shadowing is really interesting. And this is something that helped me a lot because I feel like there are people out there. I mean, sure, there are people out there who can make like amazing art just with flat colors or even black and white. Like, I'm personally not that great. Not that great at all. And I feel like when I draw in with shadows, like here, right? Now I can kind of like put some of my weaknesses aside. You might not be able to see my weaknesses because, well, you know, it's kind of cool looking. You're kind of not looking at imperfection that I have, because you see it's like the shadow part is kind of like really cool looking. And when you have arms and like anything, guns, arms in front of the character, you can kind of use it to cast a shadow, right? So now I'm just using his arm to cast shadow over all his like middle body here. I'm not sure about the cape yet. I feel like it should be a little bit like visible. You know, I feel like it should be just a little bit like that. Like that. Oh no. It's not good way. And his legs and everything, crystal part will be especially cool, like together with things we are doing here. Yeah, okay, this area will need to work on it a little bit. You know, I'm just gonna color it and then I'm going to erase it a little bit. And that's how I'm going to do it. So I'm gonna make it like this also. Like this. So again, it's basically going to be all covered in the shadow here. And I'm going to cover it here. So I'm gonna do a little like things here and there like this. Like this. Well, maybe just a little bit. So yeah, because if it's too much, kind of doesn't look realistic. And maybe it's like too much attention and you don't really need that much attention. So yeah. And yeah, later we're gonna like maybe like from this side. I want to make it also a little bit in shadow because, you know, to make it more like volume, to add some volume here. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Kind of, that's too much maybe. And the crystal part here, in the shadow also. Not all the, like all the parts, but you know, just a little bit. So something like that. Kind of looks cool. Oh, of course, yeah, of course we need to put the shadow here. You kind of feel like it should be more shadow on his sleeves, because it should be like twisting and turning a little bit. And yeah, I got your point, I guess. That's kind of true. We'll make some of this, but you know, again, we start making too much, it gets too much of your attention. And if we don't make that much, you still can tell what's going on. So it's kind of fine like that too, right? Like, I even want to make more shadows here, actually. Kind of want to make it more crazy. It kind of doesn't make sense the way it goes down. I wanted to make it like it's a cloth, but because it's going too high up, kind of doesn't make sense. That's not how shadow would go down. But I guess it's not big of a deal, you know. It's not like we can do that. Nah, I don't want to do that. So yeah, something like that. And of course, it's important to show that his shadow, we're gonna add some shadows on his like amazing I don't know, it's not silver, it's like crystallic boots, right? You can call it boots. So we're gonna add some shadow here. And when we do that, we're gonna later cast. I'm gonna add some more like shadows here, just to show that for the volume. Again, it's not like realistic shadows, but it works for the volume purposes. You know what I mean? But not too much, because if we do it too much, then you forget that this is actually goes from this side. So when we do it like that, it makes more sense now. Okay, maybe we do erase that. We keep going like that. Now, if we go here, we have to take the whole foot. Oh my god. Am I actually sitting like this a lot? I shouldn't. I should like have my head straight. Otherwise, I feel like it's kind of creepy looking. Like nobody should sit like that. Okay, and here's a little bit like strange. That's kind of looks wrong, right? There's something looks wrong here. Something looks wrong here. But it's not that big. I guess we can't. I guess we have to make it all. It's probably gonna be like this, maybe. it's really difficult. Yeah, I guess it should be like that. Maybe it's going to be a little bit like this. Yeah, maybe. Again, it's a little bit unrealistically looking, but you know, you get the idea. Now the question is, we can actually make like a shadow behind him. It's gonna look kind of cool, or we can put the shadow like here. So let's try both versions. So let's try both versions. If we go ahead and do it like this is really like not too much work. This is very like simplistic way. It kind of works. Yeah, I feel like it's fine. Maybe otherwise it's gonna be like too much information, but now you kind of feel more volume from the first picture, right? And I know, I'm sorry, like even if I look myself, it's a little bit pixelated. By the way, guys, if you are curious why it's a little bit pixelated, that's because I'm using Wi-Fi to transfer the picture to the computer screen. And the thing you see above my head is me collecting funds and support from you guys to actually be able to buy a cable and the capture card. Actually, it's just the cable, maybe later capture card, to be able to have it no pixels if we use the cable. So you know, it's all up to the viewers, right? It's not like I'm crazy dependent on the streaming. It's just like I'm still gonna make the comic. It's just like if people want to, they can have like a better look at what we have here. That's all. Okay, so moving on to the second page here. This one is going to be very easy. There's two things you need to keep in mind. Of course, there shouldn't be much shadowing in the space if there is no like source of light, and if it's like no sun, because if you like far from sun or in a different system, right? Maybe there's no sun. But we are going to add shadows just to add weight, just to add like volume to the picture, just to add the volume to the picture. It might be even a little bit, you can play around a little bit. Like you can do one line like this. I think it's all right. It's alrighty looking. I wonder how Twitch system works. I wonder like if I'm just here streaming on Twitch thinking about like how do I actually expand my platform here? Like what are the ways for a small like a streamer to do things? Like of course like this is my art page, it's pretty small. If I have no recognition whatsoever, right? Like if there's no big YouTuber shout out to me, like who did a shout out, even though like there are some people who actually like included me in their videos, but it's not like crazy huge. It's just like, yeah, you know, oh yeah, like the Mid Canyon replied, okay, or like ZHC reacted to my drawing, yeah, okay. It's like it's there, but it's not my content, right? Never actually get any traction from that. Like I never get any attention from being featured on like bigger channels. Like I have 500 likes on Mid Canyon and KSI Reddits. Like both, I have 500 on KSI, 500 on Mid Canyon. Then like, okay, it didn't really like. That's okay for the Reddit, I guess, but like I don't even have followers on Reddit. I have 2 followers, and one of them is my friend. So this is really interesting world. I guess it's pure luck. It's pure luck, and if you are unlucky, and I feel like I'm I don't know. I don't want to say anything about my luck, but it feels like there are ways, there are some instances where I feel like, okay, you know, I better have more points in my luck than I have, because there's like, it doesn't work the way it should be. That's like a shadow from this side. This is a nice song. You know, there's one thing that I appreciate about like the music I choose here. I choose music with no copyright, like claim. It's not like copyrighted music, but I want to say it's nice music. It's really nice music, and yeah, some of those songs is just something that I would really put to, you know, listening to. I would start to listening to, and especially while I'm drawing. It's like I really like to listen to the music while I'm drawing. Kind of want to make it a little bit less, yeah. I think it should be a little bit darker here. Like this side should be darker, I think. Oh man, I kind of screwed it up. Need to fix it a little bit. Yeah, maybe like that. I don't know. Do you think this area should be a little bit more detailed? I don't know, man. I feel like I already like putting too much details into it. You remember Ninja Turtles, the old Ninja Turtles from Mirage? They almost had no, well, I mean, they had amazing artwork. Like they did it very cool, and I still feel like it's like really funny. It not clearly wasn't that much of an artwork, but the IP itself. I feel like they knew what they were doing, you know? They really knew what they were doing. They knew. And I also know what I'm doing. I hope I will be as lucky as Kevin Eastman, if I'm not mistaken. one of the creators of Ninja Turtles. And I think this is like really, really cool concept, and they made it amazingly successful. And you know, it's not always like that. Sometimes you have a great idea and you give your brand to somebody who doesn't know what to do with it, and they break it, and they just give you back your like broken toy, and like, oh, didn't work, you know, sorry, whoopsie. That's actually what happened with Ninja Turtles later, right? There's movies. They had such an amazing movies in early 90s, but then they got this like a recent movies, Ninja Turtles, with the computer graphic. Just terrible. Feel bad for actors played Ninja Turtles. Like they've been lied to and things like that. And this is a very unfortunate example, because at the beginning the brand itself actually was huge. And I'm guessing the creator, co-creator, and you know, things like that, they're still getting revenue from maybe movies and like everything Ninja Turtles connected, because there are many things people created ever since, right? Like toys, there's like a lot of toys, right? Toys, cartoons, things like that about Ninja Turtles, games, video games, and like this just still people who created it, they can't just, you know, retire. Like why work if your brand is making money still? And you know, if new concept doesn't work, they can always go back, because they have so many different variations. It just depends on the right holder. Like if you own rights to Ninja Turtles, you really want to keep it. You really want to, you know, keep it to yourself. Like you really don't want to lose it. Really don't want to lose it. Yeah, sometimes you can just be a little bit carried away with the shadows. It doesn't have to be perfect. You know, just think, it doesn't, everything can be a little bit off and it's fine. Like, because at the end of the day, there's so many stuff going on, right? There's so many things going on the picture. Like there are things that are not gonna look perfect, and this is fine. Again, like I once saw the animation from like a huge channel, millions of views, millions, like just crazy, right? And I could just look at the thumbnail and oh, there's a mistake, there's error, right? But you know, who cares? Got millions of views. Don't have to work hard sometimes. You just need to be lucky. So yeah, here's a little bit strange with the shadow. I feel like it's a little bit strangely looking. Yeah, I kind of want to add shadows. Well, we'll add shadow to his body, like he's hiding. There's gonna be more shadow on his face this time, almost like his entire face is going to be like in the shadow, because I feel like he is even more hidden this time, even more hidden than last time. And last time he was pretty hidden, I would say. So this time it's gonna be like this. You want to see him pressing a button. That's important, right? Even though he's hiding, you want to see him pressing a button so you know, like, this is him doing things here. Like, he will be the one launching next action, right? Because he pressed the button here. Because he pressed the button here, there will be something happening on the next page. He kind of looks ugly here, not gonna lie. But you know, it's alright. What can you do? What can you do? Not everybody's perfect. Oh no, sir. No, no, no. Oh, I forgot to color other buttons. Kinda wanna do this. Kinda wanna do this. Again, doesn't make sense just to add more like volume details here and there. So again, you see him, you see like legs here, right? Kind of want to add details here. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So you can tell what's going on. He is hiding. So you see, it's almost done, really. Like, I can add some more smoke. I can add highlights with white. I'm gonna do that in a moment. Let me just a little stretch and relax a little bit. This is not a speed run, so I wanna just look, enjoy the view, because I feel like it kind of looks good. That look good, right? That look good. Man, I'm getting sleepy. I'm getting sleepy from drawing for too long. That's the only thing, like, I can't do it for too long, because like the more I do it, the more sleepy I became. So I need to like get out once in a while and then go back. So kind of how it is. So, yeah, thinking about shadows and highlights, we're gonna go ahead and start adding highlights. That's because something that I know how to do, and there will be two versions, right? First, our guy, right? The main character. The main character, because he is like a little bit crystallic, he's gonna have like this white, a strong white highlights, just to show that the surface he's made of. Don't want to make it too much, right? Because sometimes it's distracting. Again, you don't want to make everything too distracting, right? Just a little bit is enough. And sometimes it looks a little bit strange, doesn't really look like highlights. You just roll with it, right? You just roll with it, or you just, you know, fix a little bit. The easiest way to add highlights, you just follow along with the edge, right? So highlights for his face here, more highlights for his face right here, and here again, not too much, not too much because we wanna. Oh, actually, maybe we need more details for on his hand. Forgot to do it. This is actually good because we kind of showing his like body parts more detailed. So just to highlight the fact that like an arrow that he's pressing a button here. Man, I think we should add more emphasis on his arm. So the next thing here, I'm going to add highlights for the guards, and this is going to be again a little bit different. It's going to be more noticeable at first. I am going to tone it down later, however, because I don't want it to be as big, as noticeable as for the main character, because in his case it's more like to underline his material that he's made of, right? And in this case, when I'm doing this with the guards and things like that, it's just to show volume and the lighting, so it's different purposes. So we're gonna do that. Actually, I feel like this we need to maybe work more on their skin, and I didn't really explore that a lot, but I wish I would. I wish I did. Maybe I'll do it a little bit later. Again, this is probably not the final version. Of course, this is going to be the version I'm going to like show, and hopefully will be like green light this version. But however, I feel like if this is going to be like picked up by a bigger company, Image Comics, hopefully it's my people, then they'll probably give me like, they will give me a better illustrator, and will probably make it with more talented people, because it's just like One Punch Man. You know One Punch Man? It's kind of a funny story because the original One Punch Man was actually drawn very poorly, and like even I could draw better. I guess it's really not it's surprisingly not well made at the beginning, but because the author, I guess, felt like he has a story to tell, and there were people who were interested enough, and it like was a new IP, and people were excited for the new IP, right? Because that's what people like new stuff. Of course, it was picked up eventually, and when it was picked up, a better artist came in, a better like editor, things like that, so forth, so on and so forth. So they made it more like professional, and it's kind of cool, I think. And to tell the truth, I don't think that One Punch Man is a good show. I haven't seen a lot of it, but from what I heard, from what I've seen, it's pretty generic. It's pretty generic. So there are two things you can learn from it. First, you don't have to have like a super amazing IP to break in, right? You can be just a little bit mediocre, still can get it. And the second thing, you just do it the way you can, right? You don't have to be perfect. You can be like whatever, and if it's like people are interested in it, that you'll find a way. You'll find a way how to promote it. So, it just things like that. Kind of cool to know. Okay. So I feel like we have enough like highlights. Some of those are kind of like strangely looking. Like I don't know even if I should have them or not. But now I'm going to tone them down a little bit. I'm gonna add one here. I want to tone them down to like 50% or 40, maybe even like 30. Now they are not so visible, and if they are going to be like too distractive, I might even like put them on like distorted blur a little bit. I'm not going to do it right now because sometimes when you blur something or if you add a distortion, you can't go back. And because I'm right now still in the process of making, maybe it's gonna look a little bit different, right? I don't want to make big changes yet. So yeah, so far it's almost done. There are two things I wanted to add. I want to add a little smoke. I want to add more light. So I'm gonna add light here, and there are better ways to add light than the one I'm going to do right now. But you know, this is just you know, just I kinda lazy about that, I guess. So it's going to be the way it is. So I'm going to make it the opacity go down a little bit, and when it's a little bit milder, I can actually cut out the level that you can see. Actually, I want to make it to move a little bit higher, right? If you put it like here, so you can just see the light. You don't have to see the line itself. I kind of don't like it. And if we just go here and you go here like this, right? You select it, you put it away. We're gonna delete this side too. That's too small. And now you kind of feel like there is light coming from the top. You just turn on the opacity back in, right? Well, we kind of maybe just erase this side because it's a lag, right? So now it's kind of okay. There's light coming from above, and this is like, now you can tell why shadow is here, right? Why the shadow is here. So we're gonna make light here. I'm gonna make more light here, right? I'm gonna make more light here. I'm just gonna blur it so it's not too distractive. But I really like the shadow. And because his shadow is going this way, of course, source of light will be here. And the next thing will be the smoke. And before we add the smoke, yeah, let's finish with the light. To tell the truth, I want to distort this a little bit more. I want to distort it a little bit more. Like this, I guess. Kind of too much for me. So I want to distort it a little bit more. And I'm going to delete the part that is not here. Boom. It's too bright, in my opinion, for now. So I'm gonna, oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna, no, that didn't work well, but it's alright. Okay, I see we have like 2 viewers. Do I have a chat? No, it's fine. So if you want, guys, you can like write me a question. I'll tell you something. It's funny because like yesterday we had like 3 people, and that was surprising for me. We now have 4 followers, and that was my like 2nd stream, and I wasn't ready for new people. And today we have no people, but it's, again, doesn't really matter. It's just for me to enjoy myself and to come back later and watch like, oh, Like I did that, I did that. It's kind of cool. Like, I want to make it like this. It kind of doesn't make sense because, you know, you see the shadow on the ceiling and you think like, why is there light and there's a shadow, right? Again, it's all right. Doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to make sense all the time. It just looks cool. I mean, I like it. I like the way it looks. So it's fine. I'm not going to delete it just now. I'm going to blur it. I don't want to blur it too much because if I do so, then there doesn't look like it's a lamp, right? It kind of looks like it's just flying light. And we don't want to make it like a flying light. So I'm going to do like this. So I'm going to select this, delete this. I want to blur it a little bit more. What do you think? Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it, man. I don't like it. There's something wrong about it. Something didn't work. Something didn't work. Really need to be careful with it. Is it better now? I don't know. Kind of too much, right? Kind of too much. It feels too distracting. Maybe we change the opacity. Yeah, like 80. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it like that. I'll think about this later. And I'm going to go ahead and add some smoke. And that's gonna be the final. And we're going to be able to like finish this page now. And I feel so good because we actually like took 3 days to finish this one. And I didn't want it to have 3 days. So which one is the smoke? I forgot. I could never remember. So this was a smoke, right? No, it's not. There's so many cool brushes. I never use any of them. Okay, this kind of looks like smoke. Kind of looks... Oh, this one. Yeah. This one. And because we're gonna have like gray smoke. Okay, so first we're gonna add like a little smoke coming from this direction. Maybe like a little bit like here. I'm going to erase parts with characters. Maybe I actually can do it here. Like if I do it like that. Let me see. Can I do it? Okay. Okay, now it kind of looks more organic, right? There's still guards here. So if I go ahead and put it underneath. Okay, so see, it doesn't really need to add too many details here. Like it already looks good. And now I'm going to add more smoke here underneath, under bottom part. I'm gonna add more like dark smoke here. Maybe it's too much. Okay, I don't want to make it too much. We'll add some smoke on this page too later. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this part. So yeah, smoke is just help you to just lose details that you might not necessarily need, and I think that's really cool. It's just to make it more like chaotic, right? Because this is like the character intruder and disturbing the piece, so we want to make sure it looks really chaotic. It doesn't look settled. So I think smoke is really cool thing. He might explode something, or you know, it looks logical to me, I guess. So okay, and this is a second frame. And in this one, it's a more tricky. I'll have to cut it. So I'm gonna add another layer here with the smoke. And there are gonna be two layers. First is going to be here, right? Like normal smoke here. This kind of looks strange. Like this. And then there's gonna be a little bit more smoke on the inside of the ship. Maybe I'll just make it like it's coming from the inside. There's something wrong with it, man. Okay, maybe I'll drop the opacity to like 60%. Kind of strange to me. Yeah, maybe like that. Kind of looks strange. I don't know what's wrong, but kind of looks wrong to me. Okay, I'm gonna do more smoke, but on a separate layer. And for this one, I want to delete parts that was not like in the frame. Oh. What? What? I just selected everything and it's deselected for me. Okay. Yeah. Okay, and now I'm going to have another layer and I'm gonna make maybe okay, I'll make it. Maybe it's just too big. Like that. And we're gonna cut everything. Okay. So what do you think? Kinda looks alright to me. But maybe it's just taking too much attention again. I feel like it's yeah. So right now I think it's kind of almost done. So there are still little details, still small details here and there. The light, what do you think about the light? It looks kind of strange, not gonna lie. I'm not liking the way it looks, to be honest. I might take it off even, like completely, like this. But again, it's not terrible. So what do you think? What do you think, guys? What do you think overall? Kind of looks alright. You can tell what's going on, right? You can tell he's hiding. The funny part is his head is like almost the same every time. There's like small details I still want to finish, but I'm guessing we are done on page number 3. I'm gonna tweak some details, don't worry guys, but I think that's it for the page number 3. And next stream we're going to move on to the page number 4, and I hope you guys enjoyed not only the art but the conversation we had, and maybe there was something interesting for you to learn, right? If you want to, you can always go back and rewatch from the first, because like I'm talking a lot about the art itself. But yeah, that's about it. See you later, guys. Bye bye.